Welcome back to Views from the 50 and NFL podcast, where we provide coverage on all things NFL. I'm your co-host El Jefe, and I'm joined here by my fellow members of the SFN crew. How y'all fellas doing tonight?
I need Dallas to wake up right now. Not right now, but right now.
What are they doing? Are they asleep at the wheel?
Fucking DK Metcalf is just eating us alive. Like, what are we? He fumbled the ball.
No, got it back.
Hey,
But yeah, we're here another week.
Besides the Cowboys, I'm doing good, Hefe. Thank you.
All right. Well, I guess that's how we doing. But let's get right into the agenda. We doing some NFL prediction awards today. First up, we going to run into the NFL's MVP award. Everything here I got from FanDuel. So first up, FanDuel's got the first up. They got Jalen Hurts, then Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Tua, Brock Purdy, CJ, Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen on the Bills, and Christian McCaffrey as their top 10 from FanDuel to win MVP this season. For me, I got to see Dak get it done some more. Hopefully, he can creep up in this MVP race and win. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see him get it done. How y'all feel?
I like Dak
Tyreek Hill gets
Prescott. Tyreek Hill really should be a top three candidate. But it's a quarterback award. It just is
As you
quarterback award.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's why I'm going with Tyreek Hill.
I'm with Hefe. I like Dak Prescott, just due to the fact that he's been playing so well as of late. His touchdown interception rate is incredible. At this point in the season, currently the Cowboys are playing. If he's able to pull out of this game and still win, I think he's squarely in the NFL MVP race. The other thing he would have to do, of course, is to beat a team with a winning record that is at this point in the season. And I know we beat the Jets when they were 1-0, but no one's counting that because the Jets are such a bad team right now. But yeah, he has to beat a team that has a winning record, and he has to go on the road and probably do the same thing. I would think so. Like if they beat Miami on the road, if they beat Philly while they're at home convincingly, I think he's squarely right in the middle of it, especially if he keeps his stats up like they are right now. I think he takes home the NFL MVP. But I think Hurts is right in it too. But my pick is Dak Prescott right now.
well, yeah, I mean, it's a quarterback award, and the defense isn't doing Dak any favors right now. So, with that being said, the way he's playing, it's not going to matter because the defenses are going to do him. The defenses isn't going to help him out. So, with that being said, I think Jalen Hurts is probably going to end up getting this award. Um, the Eagles are
I
the
want to
best
add
team.
on. You just reminded me of something. You said the defense. People have said that Dak Prescott is not good. It's his defense that's been scoring the points. I think if his defense gets into trouble and he can overcome it,
Well,
that props him up.
So this is the perfect moment right now. It's 28-20 in the third quarter. Seattle Seahawks drove downfield. Deron Bland is getting slutted out. Stephon Gilmore is getting slutted out.
Yeah,
Um, Marquise
that's
Bell is getting slutted out. These guys just are not. There's no heart, so they're not
We're,
giving Dak a
we're, we're,
chance to win this
we're not
award.
we're not here to talk about the Cowboys game.
I know. I just wanted to point that out because we're talking about an award that Dak Prescott could potentially win. So they've set it up. So if Dak can come back and pull us out of the rut, then yes, Dak Prescott deserves to be the number one candidate as of right now. But we have to get there. In the meantime, between time, if Dak doesn't do that, or if we beat Philadelphia next week, Dak should again because NFL.com has him rated as the number one quarterback in the NFL, and it is a quarterback's award to Travis point. And Wayne makes a solid point because Tyreek Hill is doing something that we haven't seen in a very long time, if not ever. Because Tyreek Hill should also be a legitimate candidate, the same with Justin Jefferson a couple years ago.
FanDuel doesn't even have him in the top 10.
Who,
which
Dak?
is so crazy
Or Tyreek
because
Hill?
Tyreek will probably get 2,000 yards, and not only that, Tua, I don't think he's a franchise guy, and I think it has a lot to do with just the injuries he sustained. Without Tyreek Hill, and he was playing this year, just with Jalen Waddle as his number one, I'm not saying it would be terrible, but
The
it would be
Dolphins,
some nasty
yeah,
work.
you're correct. The
It'd be some
Dolphins wouldn't
nasty
even
work, man.
relevant. There would be no relevance.
No, it'd be very nasty in my
Yeah,
opinion. So
1,000%.
he is that
It's a fact. It's
offense.
not
I
even an
mean,
opinion. It's a fact. It's a fact. Cold hard fact.
probably,
All
we
right.
don't live in that universe where that's a true thing, but in my opinion, I think that would be the case. But yeah.
All right. Stav, man, who you think's gonna win the NFL MVP award? I'm sorry.
We didn't hear you.
We cannot hear you.
Man,
still
them
can't hear you.
salty. Man, them salty.
Oh my
Um,
God.
But
Oh my
I don't
God.
I don't know what he said.
for my
That's
MVP,
okay.
man, for my MVP, dog, to be honest with you, like I said, it's a quarterback award, just like how the Heisman is, because the quarterback touches the ball the most out of everybody. Regardless, they're gonna get the most glory, but it's got to go to Tyreek Hill because it's about to break a record that hasn't been broken. I mean, that hasn't been touched. Nobody has touched 2,000 yards as a receiver. So, I mean, he's about to
Cooper
break
Cup
it
had
real
that
soon. So
really good year. And
it's
even
like
he
19
didn't get
something.
close.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he wasn't
So,
even it wasn't even top three, I don't think, in that discussion. I don't if I recall correctly.
all right,
yeah.
well, let's get right into the next award. We got the Offensive Player of the Year award. FanDuel currently has number 1, Tyreek Hill.
It's
Number
gonna be
2, Christian McCaffrey. Number 3, AJ Brown. 4, CeeDee Lamb. Number 5, Jalen Hurts. Number 6, Lamar Jackson. Number 7, Patrick Mahomes. Number 8, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Number 9, Dak Prescott. Number 10, Keenan Allen. Now, as much as I'd love to see 2 Cowboys in the top 10 that FanDuel has, and as much as I'd love one of them to win, Tyreek Hill is by far going to take this award. No questions asked. How y'all feel?
He'd have to suffer an injury that would stop his season like soon. And yeah, I mean that's the only thing that's stopping that man, injury. I feel like this is the runner up to the MVP award, on the offensive side, especially because, a lot of times defensive players aren't even in that race either for MVP. So if it wasn't Hill, I would say Christian McCaffrey, because I would say that ever since his trade over to San Francisco, it has kind of changed life for them. They've always had good running backs, but they were just guys before. McCaffrey, up until I think 2 weeks ago, has scored a touchdown in every single game, while being a San Francisco 49er, which was very impressive. He has been the engine in that offense at points and times. I mean, and the dude he's a machine. I mean, he rarely gets hurt. I mean, he's just been really good. And I got him on my fantasy team, so I've experienced his statistical prowess, week in and week out. But yeah, I would say CMC would probably be the guy, if not Hill, or something happened to him. But I don't know how Tyreek Hill does not win this award. It is cool 2 Cowboys are up for it in the running right now.
I think if Christian McCaffrey had broken Marshall Faulk's record, he absolutely would have won the award, even despite what Tyreek Hill had accomplished this season. But because he did not break the record, I do think you kind of have to give it to Tyreek Hill, especially if he gets to 2,000 yards.
Yep.
But it's for me, it's difficult because my preseason pick was Christian McCaffrey, and Christian McCaffrey's been lights out all year long. I mean, he does so much for that San Francisco offense, whether it's passing, catching out of the backfield, and just running the ball and blocking. You know what I mean? Not to say that Tyreek Hill doesn't block, but not to the extent that Christian McCaffrey does. Christian McCaffrey's just he does more, but Tyreek Hill is just so dynamic of a football player on the offensive side of the ball. It's hard to go against what he's done for that football team. So I'm gonna go with Tyreek Hill, but my heart has Christian McCaffrey.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens with that. We got the Defensive Player of the Year award next. FanDuel currently has number 1, Myles Garrett. Number 2, Micah Parsons. Number 3, TJ Watt. Number 4, Deron Bland. Number 5, Max Crosby. Number 6, Chris Jones. 7, Josh Allen on the Jags. 8, Nick Bosa. 9, Daniel Hunter. And to number 10, Roquan Smith. You know, I got to go with my guy right behind me, number 11 right here, Micah Parsons. Let's go get it done. It's still plus money on FanDuel. I looked at it earlier. Not sure if it's still the same, but it was plus 145. So go ahead, put your money where it is because number 11, he's going to bring it home. How y'all feel?
Miles Garrett.
I would say Miles Garrett as well, but I believe he sustained an injury recently, although it sounds like he'll play. But if he misses any time, I feel like with this at this point in the season and with that team, just kind of without a quarterback, it sounds like Joe Flacco might be starting for them. And they continue losing. I think, his chances kind of start to slip a little bit, and then you're looking at some of the other guys. But I would say up to this point, Miles Garrett has been the best defensive player in the NFL. But as we saw last year, like with Jalen Hurts, when he sustained that injury and he was just slightly ahead of Patrick Mahomes, I think he missed like 2 games, and that was just enough to kind of see that win to Patrick Mahomes. So I think it just comes down to availability for him if he plays the games, if he puts up some numbers. I think Miles Garrett has this. I would love to see a Cowboy win it. And I think I want to see DaRon Bland over Micah Parsons just because DaRon Bland is just starting to become a household name. And I think that's really impressive. Just to have 2 all-pro defensive players on your team. I love Parsons. I'd like for
Not
him to
after
get the
tonight.
award. Yeah,
Both
maybe
of them
not at
playing-
this
both-
how things are going this
Both
evening.
of these boys playing like shit tonight, man. Mike ain't really doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you
DaRon
putting things on
Bland-
tape.
This,
You putting
I'm
things
sorry,
on
but
tape
this
that are
game
helping
isn't
out the
based
other
off of
candidates.
one game. This award isn't based off of one game.
It's not,
1000%, I'm
but
not
people,
saying
but
that,
people
but these
remember
boys is
people.
So don't
People
cry
that
about one
people
game is all I'm
remember.
saying.
First of all, the game's
I
not
will
over.
say
and I'm
that
not
people remember
crying.
primetime
Exactly.
games, and it can kind of have a lasting effect. I can't recall if Miles Garrett has put bad film out there, bad tape, just because I don't watch the Browns as closely. But it's one of those things where this stands out. So it's like even though it could be an outlier, it kind of stands out because more people might be paying closer attention to it. You just remember it a bit better. But overall, I do think Garrett is the guy that should win it. And if he stays healthy throughout the year, I think he probably will get the award.
Yeah, I mean, if DaRon Bland somehow turns it up in the rest of the second half of this game, I have no problem with that. Micah Parsons hasn't done enough this season for me. Miles Garrett is an excellent option, but I also like the kid out of San Francisco, Fred Warner. He has 95 total tackles. He has only had 2 sacks, but he has 3 forced fumbles and 3 interceptions. He is the heart and soul of that San Francisco defense, which is arguably, despite what stats say, arguably the best defensive unit pound for pound that play. So I like Fred Warner as leader of that team. If it's not Miles Garrett or if DaRon Bland and them can wake up. But, because DaRon Bland did set a record that, we haven't seen happen in a very long time. But
Didn't he take the record over from an Eagles player?
did he?
I think so. Hold on, let me do something. I'll look it up. I believe it was the Eagles player that held the record previously.
Dak.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure who held
I'm looking into it.
who held that. But while you look that up, let me get us into the next award. So FanDuel currently has the NFL Coach of the Year award up next. Number 1, they got Dan Campbell. Number 2, they got DeMeco Number 3, Mike McDaniels. Number 4, Nick Sirianni. Number 5, Shane Sturchin. Number 6, Mike Tomlin. Number 7, Sean Payton. Number 8, Doug Peterson. Number 9, Kevin O'Connell. Number 10, John Hardball. I'm gonna have to go with my guy Ryans. He's turned this whole Texans organization around. First year head coach, possibly getting in a wild card position, possibly still can win the division. I got to give it to him. I know Dan Campbell has turned this Lions team around, and they've done a great job this season. But what Ryans has done as a first-year head coach with a first-year quarterback, with a bunch of rookie receivers as well, yeah, I got to give it to this. I got to give props where it's due. I got to give it to Ryans. How y'all feel?
As much as I love CJ Stroud, Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Trev. I know you're
No,
just getting
go,
back.
go
My
ahead.
fault. I didn't mean to jump the gun. I
No,
apologize.
go ahead, boss. Go ahead, boss.
I'm
Go
not, my
ahead.
fault. I know you're used to that's my fault. I kind of jumped the gun. But as impressive as what the Texans have done, but they've only won 6 games. The Detroit Lions, as we said before, last time they were 8-2, civil rights were still, our people were still fighting for civil rights. So, that's something incredible. That's an incredible feat. So not even the Barry Sanders years with the Detroit Lions 8-2. So it's hard to dispute that. I mean, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X are still alive. That's crazy to think about. And Dan Campbell brought the Lions to 8-3. So, I mean, obviously, I would love to see D'Amico Ryan win this award, but I've also been rooting for the Lions since last season. The Lions are a very good football team. It's very difficult to root against that. Civil rights, baby, civil rights movement. The 60s. That's the last time the Detroit Lions were 8-2. You have to be serious. You have to be serious. You have to.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be serious.
At some point, someone's got to be serious.
You have to be serious. I mean, think about it. The last time the Detroit Lions were 8-2,
Yo,
they were boycotting buses.
stop.
Come on, man.
All right. Let me.
Seriously. Just
Bro, I thought about it. I get it. I hear
you didn't
and
think. I need you.
we gotta
I
stop.
just,
We
I know.
gotta stop.
Just let me
We
say it
gotta
one more
stop.
time. Let me say it one
Absolutely
more time
not.
for you.
No,
Let me say it one more.
I wish you wouldn't. I really wish you wouldn't.
Bull Connor was
Hey,
in
listen.
the South.
Hey, listen.
In Birmingham,
listen.
Alabama. It was
Hey,
Bull
listen.
Which
Connor.
you would not.
Listen, you are going to get us in trouble. The guy is back. Trev has brought himself back into the house. We cannot get fined this week. Please be on your best behavior.
They were still
nobody's-
boycotting.
I remember what I told
buses.
you about being on your best behavior this week. He's back in the room now. We gotta
Bro,
act like we got some sense.
The last time the Detroit
Can't
Lions
be doing this in here.
Just listen. The last time the Detroit Lions were 8-2, we weren't voluntarily sitting in the back of the bus. Like when we were in school, like that was a cool thing to do, to sit in the back of the bus. We were forced to sit in the back of the bus.
Hey, Hefe, it's time to implore the God power that you used earlier.
I was just.
It might be that time.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I get it.
Clearly, my analysis
is
not good enough. I just wanted
we gotta
to let
get.
you all know.
We gotta hear from the rest of the gang. Who's everybody else's coach of the year?
So Hefe, I'm gonna go with your pick, the Texans coach, just because he's coming in as a first year head coach, and he has coached up a really good roster. They have a winning record right now. They have probably the NFL. I know we'll get to this later, but offensive rookie of the year on their roster. I really think that he's shaping up to be, that guy, and just I mean, to be a first year head coach and be coaching, a future star who's probably going to be there the next 10 years or so. I mean, it's just so impressive already. So I would have to give it to him. My second pick, or my secondary option would probably be Mike Tomlin. I'm impressed every year how he just kind of figures it out. I know people who are Steelers fans, and they are just like, they'll
Don't make me
complain
get the
about
terrible
how
towel.
the games. Go get the towel. Get the towel. But they'll complain about the flow of the game and this and that. It's like, dude, you guys have a winning record like every year. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so the way he's able to do it, particularly in recent stretch of games where opponents have outgained them, and they still win every game, it was quite impressive. They recently made a change. They fired Matt Canada, their offensive coordinator, and the offense looked alive for the first time in a few years. So it's just one of those things where Tomlin is able to he's able to produce no matter what. I just think that's always impressive. So Mike Tomlin would be my second choice, even though he's further down the ladder for this award this year. But yeah, I like the Texans coach this year a lot.
Touchdown, Tony Pollard, after he dropped the fucking touchdown pass. It's pissing me
All
off.
right, well, hold on. Dak hit him in his nugget. Let's be serious. But
He
what?
has hands. Used them.
He hit him in his
nugget.
what?
He said it. His noggin is what he meant.
Hefe,
He
how
meant
big
his
was
noggin.
it? How
Whoa.
big was it?
Whoa.
that's
Pause.
whoa.
Pause, brother.
Sav, who's your coach of the year?
It was huge.
Huge. I know what he meant, but pause.
That's
brother.
enough
Just
out of you. That's
relay
enough
that.
out of
Relay
you.
that a little better next time.
Yeah,
That's
you lay it better. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The Texans.
No, I said relay it, not lay it. I didn't say. Come on, brother. What are we doing? What
I
are we
don't know.
doing?
I don't know. I don't know what,
What
you're
are
doing,
we
brother.
doing tonight?
what's going on.
Hopefully
here?
nothing. It sounded real. Yeah.
I feel bad because I started watching House of Cards over again.
Yeah, that's enough out of you. Sav, who's your coach of the year?
I was a nasty man.
Texans coach.
He is a nasty
Sorry?
man. I'm sorry. I'm so
Texans
sorry.
coach.
I'm sorry.
Texans
I'm
coach.
sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should not be watching that. I know.
All right. We getting right into the next
It's
one.
it's such a good show, though. I'm sorry.
Just yeah, you're done. You're not making it back next episode. Offensive Rookie of the Year. FanDuel has got us right again with the number 1 CJ Stroud.
We don't
Number
need to
2
go. We don't need to go through the names. It's clearly CJ Stroud. It's not
Bro,
even
I
close.
look.
Hey, but look.
I saw the brilliance early. I picked this brother up from like week 4. I've had him on my roster ever since. I've seen the light.
You
I
should
don't
have
care
told
if
us
you
on.
think
You should have. You should have told us.
I
on
don't
the
care.
episode
I
you
don't
were
care if
absent.
you think if I rig things happen. You can't look. Come on. I seen greatness and I selected it.
The fans were missing you. You should have came on an episode and told
I
us.
should have, man.
Yeah,
I was
you
busy
didn't- you-
traversing. I was busy traversing the world, man, and keeping up with other things. So,
Did you
you
bring
know,
me?
it
Did you
happened.
at least bring me back a churro?
Unfortunately, it got lost in transit. I have to get another one. So,
basically meaning he ain't get you shit. Sav,
Yeah,
man,
sure.
who's your offensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, bro. What kind of dumbass question is that?
Hold on, brother.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on, brother. Hold
We
on.
literally just said it was. We just said it was. It was just seen. We all know it.
Oh,
There's-
unanimous decisions.
Yeah, that's what it is.
look, and Trev knew it 4 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
Calm down.
FanDuel had it right.
I've had the
Mr.
brother on
CJ
my
number one.
roster. I've had him on my
Mr.
roster for
You ain't
for-
start
for-
him. You ain't
most-
start him.
Well,
Bro, I've
Just-
been starting CJ Stroud the past at least month.
Mr. Balloon Hands over here. Mr. Balloon
well,
Hands.
just
yeah,
for
right.
just for constructive
right.
purposes, just for constructive
Walk
purposes
down the walkway.
before we move into the defensive
Yeah,
player
right.
of the year, before we move into the defensive player of the year for
Who
constructive
paid
purposes,
for this floor?
and for everybody else, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna run down the rest of the offensive
Yeah,
rookies
right.
of the year. I'm gonna run down the rest of the offensive rookies of the year for you guys. Number 2 was Bijan Robinson. Number 3 is Jahmyr Gibbs. Number 4 is Puka Nakua. Number 5 is Sav's guy Zay Flowers. Number 6,
He's not my
Jordan
guy anymore.
Addison. Oh, he's dismissed him. Okay. Number 7 is Devon Avanch. I'm not sure how you
A
pronounce
chain.
A chain.
A chain. Oh, hey, whatever you want
5,
to call
6,
it,
4,
man.
3. Yeah,
No,
right.
Number-
the man came out and said that my last name is pronounced a chain.
Good for him. Good for him. Thank you for pronouncing it for the world. Number 8, Rasheed Rice. Number 9, Nathaniel Dell. Number 10, Jason Nix Jabia. Hopefully he comes out tomorrow and
Jackson
lets me know.
Smith, Najia, the guy that's playing on your TV right now.
Yeah, I don't care
Okay.
about him. He's not
Day
playing for my
in.
team, so I don't care about him. But there's the rest of the list for
Easy.
everybody else. Of course, as you guys all heard, we all unanimously picked the number 1 option here, CJ Stroud off the Texans. So let's get right into the next one. Defensive Player of the Year award on FanDuel for rookies. They got number 1, Jalen Carter. Number 2, Devon Witherspoon. Number 3, Will Anderson. Number 4, Brian Branch. Number 5, Joey Porter Jr. Number 6, Tui Pulatui. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but number 7, Byron Young on the Rams. Number 8, BJ. Here's another one I don't know, but I'm gonna call him BJO. You got number 9, Tyree Wilson. And number 10, Lagia Carney. For this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just go with who they got. Jalen Carter. How y'all feel?
I'm gonna go if
Jalen
I got
Car-
Will Anderson.
Yeah, I'm going with Will Anderson.
I mean, Will Anderson does play a pivotal part for that Texans defense, but I think Jalen Carter in incorporating that 10-1 record and being a very pivotal piece on that Eagles front line, which is always, I hate to say it, one of the better units in the NFL, at least the past couple years. He came in there and has made an.
Yeah, they are really good at stopping the run, and
Sorry.
I have so much confidence in their ability to just kind of stop the run that I think McCaffrey probably
A
goes
world
under like
full of
his rushing
emotions.
under his rushing in this upcoming game this week. I mean, passing though, I think McCaffrey will still get it done, and he'll probably squeeze in a touchdown one way or another. But yeah, I think he even goes under his rushing prop this week just due to
Hey,
how stout they are up there.
What are you? We're
before,
talking about. We're talking about Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
yeah, and before we move into the
Sorry.
next topic, I just want to
Yeah.
say, what did I tell you? We move Bland over to
There he
Lockett.
goes. I
It's
know it
over.
was coming,
I
bro.
told you what what
Oh
time
my
it was.
God.
My guy
I
just
knew it
wanted
was
to cry
coming.
for a little bit. It's okay. But anyways, how about this?
We
Come
have
back.
to. We
Hey,
have,
here's
we
this
have
one.
to convert now.
Here's this for irony. The last one of the day. Comeback player of the year. And FanDuel's got us with, again, number 1, DeMar Hamlin. Number 2, Tua. Number 3,
My
Russell
God.
Wilson.
Hold
Number
on, hold on.
4,
Before,
Lamar
hold on,
Jackson.
hold on. Kid, stop it, stop real quick. Just stop.
Bro.
You know what I'm gonna say.
Bro, don't say it. We don't want to get blocked. Do not say it. Please don't say it. We're actually begging you not to say it. Do not say it. In fact, I want you to say it in your head and then just like be cool with it. And just let it
I'm
go.
actually gonna be the Kermit with the hood on and say it. Do it.
Bro, do not say that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Do
keep
not-
moving on.
do not
Number
say
5.
it.
Lamar,
Do not say
Lamar,
it.
Do it.
Lamar.
Do not say it, man.
Do
Do
it.
not talk about that, man. Do not talk about that.
I'm not saying I didn't.
Do it.
Lamar Jackson.
Don't talk
Lamar,
about that.
Do it.
Don't
Lamar
do
Jack-
it. Don't do it. Don't do
Do
it.
it.
Look.
I'm
It's
not
like the
saying
angel and the
anything. I'm
devil.
not.
It's like the angel and the devil on your shoulder, bro. Don't do it. Do not.
Number 5, Aaron
Lamar
Rodgers.
Jackson. Lamar Jackson. All right, yeah, we're cutting it. Cut it, please. Cut it. Lamar
Number
Jackson.
5, Aaron Rodgers. Number 6, TJ Watt. Number 7, Chase Young. Number 8, Joshua Dobbs. Number 9, Baker Mayfield. And number 10,
on.
Gardner Minshew.
Who's
I
number 2?
honestly-
Who's number 2?
I
again?
honestly-
I like Josh
Who was the-
Dobbs, baby.
I
Who's number-
honestly would give it
Not
to
after
Aaron
4
Rodgers.
interceptions.
If-
Not after 4
wait.
interceptions.
You're right.
The Jets are out of playoff contingency, correct?
Yes.
So never mind.
Well,
I
who
was
was
gonna
number 2?
I was
Pepe?
gonna say Aaron Rodgers
Tua.
came back. He won the
I
rest of
think
the
you meant
game.
contention.
We're gonna go with Tua Tagovailoa.
Are we?
I
Yeah,
mean, as
personally-
a runner up. As a runner up.
Oh,
We're gonna
behind.
go with
Okay,
Tua.
runner up behind who?
Behind
asking
the best odds pick on FanDuel.
No, I think Lamar Jackson should win it.
Well, DeMar's the best odds on FanDuel.
I think that
Well, he's
Lamar
the- he's
should
the one-
win it.
He's the favorite.
Right. Right.
That's
but
that's what I'm referring to.
I'm saying who should. I'm saying who should win it.
I don't like the way that sounded.
You don't have to like it. I'm telling you who should win it.
I think that the person that has the best odds to win it on FanDuel is the person that will win the award. And I
Are we
also
sure? But why?
and I think
Why are you?
I
being
think Tua
Stevie Wonder?
Tagovailoa,
You being
although
Stevie
he's listed as number 2,
I'm just asking the
also-
questions. I'm asking
it's
I'm asking
also
why.
it's also a good selection for this award as well, is what I think. Because
Who the hell is
to
Wonder?
kind of come back the way he has, he's probably gonna have a 2,000-yard receiver. Is it's gonna be a pretty impressive feat. Somebody's got to throw the ball to him, and Tua's done an excellent job at that. So
Tua should be two. Okay, so whoever has the better record between the Dolphins and the Ravens, that is who should, whichever one of those quarterbacks, that should win comeback player of the year. That is exactly how I feel.
Unfortunately,
Those two guys are on the field.
I think that we'll see what happens. I think we'll see what happens.
Unfortunately,
Can you
that's
tell
just
me?
not
Can
gonna-
you tell me? Can you tell me why either one of those guys should not win? Can you tell me why another guy should win it?
Absolutely not. I cannot
Yeah,
I'm
tell
asking
you
you a
that.
question.
I'll tell you why, because FanDuel told me that the other guy in the lead was favored.
Why?
So that's
Why?
why I don't, because FanDuel told me. So because FanDuel told me, I believe in FanDuel, and I'm gonna go with what FanDuel said.
First of all, why is Trev laughing? Why is Trev laughing?
I don't
I
know.
was coughing almost water, man. It was
I'm just-
so crazy.
I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna go with what FanDuel has told me and what
Okay,
FanDuel
so-
has blessed me with.
Well,
So
what
what
do
do
you
you
think?
think?
Pepe,
Why do
what's
you-
the next
So what
category?
is the answer?
This
Happy,
is
what's
actually the
next?
last. This is actually the last category.
Okay, but I'm
The
asking you
answer- the an- the answer-
What's
why?
the
the answer?
All right,
Look, what's the next
guys,
category? I think
guys,
that's
guys,
important.
guys are saying things, but they're not explaining why guys should be winning things.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I
None of
explained
these-
to you.
I think we should move on to the next category. That's what
There is
what
no. I
believe.
told you there is no more categories.
Oh, that's
a
it.
wrap.
That's it. So
This
so
is the
I
last
don't
one.
even know who
so
we're
we're about to
talking
put a so we're gonna
about.
put a bow on this episode right
We're gonna-
now. Is what
We're
you're
gonna
saying,
put a,
Hefe.
we're gonna
You
put
sure
we're
you
gonna
want
put
to
a
see? You
nail.
want to put a bow
So
on the
that's the
episode?
connect
Bet. That's crazy.
a ribbon, if you will.
We're gonna wrap this thing on up before somebody blows a gasket in here.
That's
But y'all
crazy to
can
say.
catch us-
That's in.
Wrap
You
it
should
up,
not
wrap
say
it-
that. You should
wrap
not
it
be
up
saying
then.
that. Given the last category, that's crazy of you to say.
Look, wrap it up then. As Quavo once said, man. Let's go ahead.
I'm gonna
let's go
wrap.
ahead,
I'm
wrap it
gonna
up.
go ahead. I'm gonna
So
go
what
ahead
was
and end it
everyone's
out right
actual
here.
choice? What was everyone's actual choice for the viewers who are wondering what was everyone's actual choice?
I'm going with the favorite on FanDuel, which is number 1 pick, DeMar Hamlin.
Oh
I
my
believe
God.
Trev. I believe
I'm
I
also
believe
going
Trev
with that
is always-
selection.
is also
Yeah.
going with that selection.
Absolutely.
I believe Mr. Cowboys are playing right now is going with the whoever has the better record between the Ravens and Dolphins. And
CD dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
not
sure.
him.
I'm not sure who are you going with before I cut us out.
That's why I'm trying. That's I was trying to finally answer that question. How many interceptions has DeMar Hamlin had this season?
Close it
Oh,
out.
I thought you said Deron Bland. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
you're right.
That's the only reason I
Wrong.
like made that reaction like that. Just being how we know how great he is and or whatever.
out, man.
Hefe, close it
Close
out,
out.
brother.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, Sam,
Wrap
I'm
it
done.
up.
I'm done with y'all, man. Y'all
Close it
have
out.
really done something tonight. We
You're
gonna
a
get out of here.
You're a sick man.
I just
Sick,
wanted
sick
to
man.
know. I don't know.
A sick.
That man hasn't played any football.
Yo,
didn't
chill
know.
out. Hefe, it's done.
know
It's done. The
that.
episode's over. It's done, man. We're done.
Hey,
This
look,
is the end of
fuck-
this is the end of the episode.
hey,
Hit the
look,
button.
please
Hit the
follow
button.
us on IG at Views from the 50.
Do not follow
Views
us.
from the
Just-
dot
just-
50.
It's over.
Follow us on YouTube from Views from the 50 podcast. Get us on Google and Spotify, Views from the 50. Until next week.